In today's film news roundup, Matt Charman is developing Ruthless River, runaway slave story never caught is in the works as a movie, Cynthia Adair Robinson is starring in Always Forever, and Ketty gets a one-day release. Development, Holly Fitzgerald's Amazon survival novel Ruthless River is in development as a movie with Bridge of Spies writer Matt Charman. The story centers on Fitzgerald and her husband, setting out on a year-long honeymoon adventure backpacking around the world. 5 months into the trip, their plane crash lands in Peru at a penal colony walled in by jungle, and their blissfully romantic journey turns into a terrifying non-stop labyrinth of escape and survival. They ultimately end up on a 4-log raft that separates them from the piranha-infested water until they finally realize that there is no way out but to swim. Charman, who received an Academy Award nomination for his Bridge of Spies screenplay, is also attached to produce the World War II action movie Liberty Road. He's exec producing MGM's Adolf Eichmann story Operation Finale, starring Ben Kingsley and Oscar Isaac. The deal for Ruthless River was made by CA, on behalf of the Martha Kaplan Agency. CAA also reps Charman. Development has been launched on a movie about Ona Judge, a runaway slave who escaped from George Washington while he was president. Lisa Ellis of Provenance Media and Richard Abate of 3 Arts Entertainment have acquired the movie rights to Erica Armstrong Dunbar's book Never Caught: The Washington's Relentless Pursuit of Their Runaway Slave, Ona Judge. The tome is a 2017 finalist for the National Book Award for Nonfiction. Never Caught details how Washington left his Mount Vernon estate in 1789 to serve in Philadelphia, the temporary seat of the nation's capital, and set up a household with his secretary Tobias Lear and 8 slaves, including Ona Judge. Pennsylvania law required enslaved people be set free after 6 months of residency in the state, but Washington decided to circumvent the law by sending the slaves back south every 6 months. Judge, who had glimpsed freedom firsthand in Philadelphia, escaped in 1796 when she was 22 and lived the rest of her life in New Hampshire. Before Washington died in 1799, he used his political and personal contacts to attempt to recapture her. Abate executive produced 13 Hours. The deal was made by UTA on behalf of Laura Dale at Laura Dale Literary Agency. Production Novice Content and Footage Films have launched principal photography in Los Angeles on the legal drama Always Forever, starring Cynthia Adair Robinson, Robbie Jones, and Wood Harris. The film is directed by Christopher B. Stokes from a script he co-wrote with fellow producer Marcus Houston, through their Footage Films banner, along with Chandrella Avery, Jerome Jones, and Jarrell Houston. Novice Content's Patrick Johnson Jr., Patrick Johnson Sr., and Robert Johnson will serve as executive producers. Novice Content is also distributing worldwide. Footage Films and Novice Content teamed on Till Death Do Us Part, which was released on September 29. Adair Robinson portrays a successful criminal prosecutor whose childhood friends begin to die under mysterious circumstances. She becomes convinced their deaths are tied to dark secrets from her past. Other cast members include Lauren London, Deborah Aaron, Roxy Diaz, Vanessa Curry, Loretta Devine, Jolie Fisher, and Erica Tazel. Release date: Oscilloscope Laboratories is re-releasing its feline-friendly documentary Ketty on October 29 to celebrate International Cat Day. The one-day release will take place in all major markets. Cited Torrance. Ketty was released by Oscilloscope in February and performed well, grossing $2.8 million at the domestic box office with 130 locations at its widest release. Ketty centers on the thousands of street cats living in Istanbul, as they have for centuries, with a focus on 7 cats that are cared for by people.